Hello friends, welcome to the Trading Temple channel. Today we're going to analyze the NEAR protocol chart and also take a look at Bitcoin and Bitcoin dominance where something interesting has happened. We'll show you that as well. All right, the chart you're seeing is the NEAR protocol chart. As you can see, we've talked a lot about this chart. Honestly, this chart has gotten everyone tired. It's been stuck in a very heavy range. It's been within this particular range for several months now, and it initially entered this range around February of the year 2025. Now that we are approaching the end of October, we are still, in fact, inside this same range. You can observe that the price has increased by about 4% today, following the release of news from the United States Central Bank, which announced that the US has lowered the interest rate. This development has produced both positive and negative effects. In the market, Bitcoin has dropped by about 2%, but altcoins have performed better today, which is quite a strange thing. I think it's been about a year since we've seen something like this, where altcoins are in the green and Bitcoin is almost 2% in the red. All right, let's move on to the analysis of NEAR protocol. As you can see, we had talked a lot about this resistance. We said this resistance might hold the price a bit. And as you can see, this is the second time the price has tested this resistance and hasn't been able to break through it. If we switch to the 4-hour time frame, we can see that it was clearly tested once here and then once again. Right here, just about 2 or 3 days ago, it was tested again, and now it's been rejected again. So far, this resistance hasn't been broken, and we have to see what happens in the next few days. The situation that NEAR protocol is in is pretty much like XRP's situation. XRP has also just about hit this heavy resistance, and it's still not clear whether it's going to go down or if it can. And it's the same for NEAR protocol. Right now, if it can't break through this resistance and go up, it's very likely to face a strong rejection, and the price of NEAR protocol could drop by about 20%. And many professional traders, when they see a situation like this here, it's likely that after a few strong bearish candles, they can open a short position. But at the same time, we should also assess Bitcoin's situation to see if we can analyze Bitcoin as well. Well, for now, it's still below this resistance. If it wants to go up in the next phase, there's another strong resistance in this area that is still holding firm, even if it tests the 50-day, 100-day, and 200-day moving averages. For now, we can't say anything bullish about the NEAR protocol. Until it breaks through this first resistance level and then the second resistance as well, we can almost say that we can be about 50% bullish on NEAR protocol, and then we can expect it to break through this heavy range, which, as I mentioned at the beginning, it hasn't been able to break for 10 months now, whether upwards or downwards. For now, it's stuck here. We have to see if with momentum it can accelerate upwards, then our risk to reward will improve. And if it can break through this resistance and move up and then does a back test, you could say that in this situation, if NEAR protocol goes up and if it hits the next resistance during a possible pullback and test this area here as a support level, this level needs to hold, and we can easily set our stop just below it. Because most likely if it can't bounce back up and the price can't recover here and breaks above here and this support is lost, then it's really over. And most likely, in the situation I explained, if it goes above this decision, but in the current conditions, it has a very high risk to reward ratio. For those who want to go short, as long as this resistance hasn't been broken, we need to see what happens in the next few days. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart. As you can see, Bitcoin's situation is pretty much okay. For now, there's still a gap here that hasn't been filled yet. Personally, I think Bitcoin can make another leg up and fill this gap. Then we have to see what decision it makes there. Will it go towards the all-time highs and set new all-time highs, or will it, as they say in English, get rejected at this level and retrace, causing the price to come back? What matters for Bitcoin is that it shouldn't lose this support level. It's been several months now. It went below it a few times, collected liquidity, and managed to get back above it. And this candle, the bad thing is, as we've discussed over several months, shooting star candles are very negative. When they form near resistance, and as you can see when it formed here, the next 2 daily candles were red. For now, we're in a bearish zone. We have to see if a candle can close above this or not. At the moment, Bitcoin's situation is a bit complicated. With the news that came out today about interest rates in the US, The market has dropped a bit, become volatile, and the chances of big ups and downs are quite high. For now, this news is still fresh. It's been about an hour since this news came out, so let's see what happens by Friday. Currently, the short-term support level for Bitcoin in the 4-hour time frame has been lost. Let's also take a look at Bitcoin dominance. There was something very interesting in a poem. Finally, this trend line has been broken and it's moving downward. As long as this trend line is broken and Bitcoin doesn't go back up, this trend line is very good. It's the same for altcoins as well. As you can see, almost all the altcoins are green. Today, even though Bitcoin has dropped 2% so far, this shows that Bitcoin dominance is slowly, gradually getting ready for a major drop. Personally, I really paid attention to this chart. After this V-shaped pattern that happened following the liquidation, it was really good. And now we have to wait and see what kind of reaction it has. If it reacts strongly and breaks this trend line decisively and goes down to the next levels, Bitcoin's dominance could drop to 54%. Right now, Bitcoin controls 59% of the market. If it goes down, that's good for altcoins. Let's see what happens in the next few days. But if it goes back above the trend line, that's very bad for altcoins, and some altcoins might experience a sharp price drop. For now, the situation is okay. And that was today's video about Near Protocol. We also took a look at Bitcoin and Bitcoin dominance, and don't forget, I'm not a financial advisor. Until the next video, take care.